Have you ever wondered how to break into the world of cloud computing and land a high paying job as an AWS cloud engineer? Maybe you've heard the term AWS tossed around, but you're not quite sure where to start or even if it's worth it. Well, here's a fact that might surprise you. AWS certified professionals earn an average salary of $130,000 per year, and cloud computing skills are in higher demand than ever before. But here's the thing, just studying AWS isn't enough. If you want to land a job, you need hands on experience that proves you can actually build and manage AWS environments in the real world. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm Nat Thompson. I've helped tons of people just like you get started in cloud computing, even if they had zero experience. In this video, I'm going to break down why AWS is the hottest tech skill right now, the real career benefits of becoming an AWS cloud engineer, and most importantly, how you can gain real world experience in AWS to stand out to employers. Plus, at the end, I'll share a special offer on my AWS Essentials course that can help you fast track your learning and get hands on experience without wasting months trying to figure it out on your own. So, if you're serious about getting into cloud computing, stick around and let's dive in. So, why AWS? Why should you even consider a career in AWS cloud engineering? Well, let's talk about the cloud revolution. Businesses worldwide are shifting to the cloud at a record pace. In fact, over 90% of companies use cloud computing today. And out of all of the cloud providers, AWS is by far the leader with over 30% market share. That means AWS is running for the infrastructure for millions of businesses, from tiny startups to Fortune 500 giants like Netflix, Airbnb, and even Amazon itself. And here's where it gets interesting for you. Because of this massive shift to the cloud, companies are scrambling to find skilled AWS professionals to design, deploy, and manage cloud solutions. Right now, there are thousands of job openings for AWS cloud engineers, and the average salaries for these roles is between $100,000 to $160,000 per year. And the best part, you don't need a computer science degree. Companies are hiring AWS professionals based on skills, not just credentials. That means if you can prove you know how to work with AWS, you can land a job. And that brings us to the next big question. What does an AWS cloud engineer actually do? Let's break it down. What does an AWS cloud engineer do day to day? Think of this role as the architect and builder of cloud infrastructure. AWS cloud engineers are responsible for setting up and managing virtual servers using EC2, securing access with IAM roles and policies, configuring networks with VPCs and subnets, deploying databases like RDS or DynamoDB, managing storage using S3 buckets, and automating infrastructure using Terraform or CloudFormation. So, in simple terms, you're the person who builds and maintains the cloud environments that businesses rely on every single day. This is what makes the role so valuable because businesses can't function without reliable, secure, and scalable cloud infrastructure. But here's the problem. A lot of people get stuck at this stage. They watch AWS videos, they read about these tools, but when it comes to actually using AWS, they have no idea where to start. And that brings me to the number one skill that will actually get you hired. The biggest mistake I see people make when trying to break into AWS is they focus too much on theory and not enough on hands on experience. Companies don't just want someone who can explain AWS concepts, they want someone who can build and manage AWS environments in real world scenarios. And the only way to do that? Hands on practice. So here's what I recommend. Step one, create an AWS free tier account and start experimenting. AWS gives you a ton of services to use for free, so take advantage of it. Step two, build real projects. Don't just follow tutorials, actually deploy something. For example, set up a WordPress website on AWS, create a serverless app, or build a simple chatbot using Lambda. Step three, document everything. Share your projects on GitHub, LinkedIn, or a blog to prove your skills to employers. Step four, get structured training to fast track your learning. This is where my AWS Essentials course comes in. It's built specifically to give you the hands-on experience you need step by step. Now, let's talk about how you can start your AWS journey today. Now that you know how valuable AWS skills are, the next step is to actually start learning AWS the right way. And I want to make that as easy as possible for you. That's why I created my AWS Essentials course, step-by-step guide to help you go from absolute beginner to AWS ready with real-world hands-on projects. In the course, you're going to learn how to launch and manage AWS services like EC2, S3, IAM, and RDS, how to build and secure AWS cloud environments, and how to gain practical experience that employers look for. Here's the best part. For a limited time, I'm offering this course for just $49, a $100 discount. All you have to do is go to natthompson.com/AWS and enroll today. And if you're still unsure, remember, this is an investment in your future. Cloud computing is only growing, and learning AWS now puts you ahead of the curve. Let's go over what we covered. AWS is one of the most in-demand skills right now. AWS cloud engineers earn six-figure salaries and have incredible job opportunities. The key to getting hired is hands-on AWS experience, and my AWS Essentials course gives you everything you need to fast-track your AWS journey for just $49, but only for a limited time. Before I go, drop a comment below. What's your biggest challenge when learning AWS? I'll reply to every comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more AWS and cloud career content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.